Now at 5, Brian Kohberger is set to stand trial next summer for the murder of 4 University of Idaho students. But where will that trial actually happen? We have new information from the courtroom today. Also tonight, find out why a Sunnyside City Councilwoman wants the current mayor out of office. Plus, a BFT bus crashes last night. We have new information about what happened. Stacey?
And it's a gorgeous afternoon. Take a look on our sky cam, but things are heating up. I'll tell you how hot it'll get for your holiday weekend coming up in my First Alert forecast.
This is Apple Valley News Now at 5 on your side.
Good evening, everybody, and thank you for joining us on this Thursday. I'm Austin Reed. Back in court today, attorneys for Brian Kohberger, the man accused in the killings of 4 University of Idaho students, want his trial moved. They say it's impossible to get an impartial jury in the close-knit college town of Moscow. They want the trial held about 300 miles away in Boise. Rob Kirkpatrick has the newest information.
Both parties were in court Thursday, with Brian Kohberger's attorneys arguing that even though it's been nearly 2 years since the brutal killings, finding an unbiased jury is impossible.
Research shows that when a small community creates pressure to impose death, an Eighth Amendment violation may occur. Through these witnesses today, we want to avoid beginning a trial with, as Mr. Sunby states, quote, a thumb on death's side of the scale.
The state strongly pushed back. Family members of the victims have long complained about the slow process, and the community apparently shares their frustration. A recent phone survey of 400 people in Lata County, commissioned by the defense, found emotions are still running high. One respondent said it bluntly: if Kohberger is not convicted, quote, they'd burn the courthouse down. Outrage would be a mild description. Another said they would probably find and kill him. Earlier this month, family members and friends gathered to remember the victims and dedicate a memorial garden in their honor.
What happened on this date left family, friends, and the university scarred. During this time, the university felt dark, cold, and distant from one another.
The gruesome crime happened in November of 2022 at an off-campus home near the University of Idaho. That home has since been demolished. The trial, which could see Kohberger face the death penalty, is set to begin in June of 2025. Kohberger has pleaded not guilty to 4 counts of first-degree murder. I'm Rob Kirkpatrick reporting.
Kohberger, who was a graduate student at nearby Washington State University at the time, was also in court today wearing a suit, as he has in past hearings. Turning to local politics, could the mayor of Sunnyside be removed from office? At this week's city council meeting, one council member proposed a proposition of no faith in the city's current mayor, Dean Broersmo. Councilwoman Vicky Fausto says that it's because he allowed a budget to be passed despite the city being in a $4 million deficit.
So when we met on Saturday, there were some comments made by Mayor Broersma that just didn't sit well with me. As a matter of fact, I had called for a recess because I was that infuriated. One of those comments was, we chose to kick the can down the road because we knew new council was going to come in and was going to be able to deal with this mess. I find that troubling. I find that as a malpractice of leadership. I don't find integrity at all, and I don't find responsibility in that.
By the end of the meeting, the proposition was actually passed 3-4, but no final decision has been made. We'll, of course, keep you posted. The Natchez Fire Department has announced that they have been selected to receive a FEMA for all new air packs, a FEMA grant. Natchez Fire's self-contained breathing apparatus, also known as air packs, are what allows them to enter burning structures and hazardous environments. Firefighters say the current packs are compliant with standards from the year 2002. The advancements in technology in this equipment in the last 20-plus years is substantial. 2 other fire districts across the state will also be granted the money. Time for a first look at our weather. First Alert, Stacy Lee joining us now from our Weather Center. With Labor Day weekend upon us, Stacy, you're now monitoring a heat advisory?
We do have a heat advisory in place for most of our viewing area and around all the way up to the Canadian border down south of Hermiston. So very dangerous heat coming up. We're going to see temperatures anywhere from 95 to 100 degrees. Stay indoors and hydrate if you're sensitive to heat. And remember not to leave anyone in a hot car in the coming days. Today, beautiful outside, 84 degrees. Our winds are light at 7 miles per hour. Our feels like temp 82. Sunset tonight at 7:40. If you're heading out to the Walla Walla Fair and Frontier Days, we had a blast out there yesterday. It's going to just keep getting warmer, so be prepared to stay nice and hydrated and wear your sunscreen. Tonight, clear, mild with some light winds. We're going to be in the 40s and 50s in the region. Most of us staying in the 50s overnight tonight. Fall begins in just 24 days, so soak in these very last days of summer. Clear and calm and cool for tonight. Warmer tomorrow. Hot weekend. Temperatures close to 100, if not 100 degrees. And then we have a slight chance of some storms on Monday. I'll break all of that down for you in my First Alert full weather forecast. Austin?
Stacy, thank you. Well, a Ben Franklin Transit bus landed in a Richland yard last night after taking down a traffic light. Now, this video comes to us from a viewer. You can see first responders on the scene Wednesday night and a bus off the road. According to the city of Richland, the crash happened in the evening at the intersection of Thayer and Lee Boulevard. Apple Valley News Now crews were at the scene this morning. No more bus, but crews were on the scene working to repair the signal, which delayed the morning commute around Richland High and Carmichael Middle School, turning the signal into a four-way stop. Another driver, according to the Richland Police Department, caused the crash. RPD considers it a hit and run, but they were able to find and arrest that driver. Police say the bus driver got minor cuts and shoulder pain after the crash. No passengers were on the bus. We'll have more information about this coming up tonight at 6. Well, this bus crash happened during the first week on the job for the Ben Franklin Transit's new CEO. BFT's new Chief Executive Officer, Thomas Drost, has worked all sorts of jobs in transit all over the country. His first day was Monday. He's still getting the lay of the land, but he says with his experience, he is ready to take on the challenge.
I've worked in transportation the 25 years. I've worked every single position within operations. I've managed small agencies as well as large agencies, anywhere from 200 employees to 2,000 employees.
He says that he is happy to be at Ben Franklin Transit, and he's been pleasantly surprised at what has fallen into his lap relating to the agency, the facilities, and most importantly, the workforce. Coming up at 6, we'll hear more from him about what he hopes for the future of Ben Franklin Transit as he takes the reins. All right, now to a consumer alert. If you are a first-time home buyer in Washington State and qualify for a program, there's a new one that's aiming to correct some wrongs in the housing industry. Apple Valley News Now's Toby Solving explains.
A new homeownership program has been launched in Washington to help keep homebuyers safe from housing discrimination. It's called the Covenant Homeownership Program, and it gives assistance to low-income buyers statewide whose families have been hurt by racial discrimination in housing. The program provides a no-interest loan that covers the down payment and closing costs of buying a home. Washington State's Housing Finance Commission says that discrimination has denied thousands of families the chance of owning a home, which is the main way American families can build wealth. The state legislature was able to pass the Covenant Homeownership Act and fund it by adding a new recording fee in real estate transactions. The new fee has raised about $18 million since it started in January. Criteria for the program includes being a first-time homebuyer, earn less than the median income in the county where you live, have lived in Washington since before 1968 and be in one of the eligible racial groups, or have a direct ancestor who meets the criteria. You can find out more about this and other programs at the Homeownership Hotline at 877-894-4663. This is Toby Solvang with Apple Valley News Now.
All right, Toby, thank you for that. Now to a story that's making a difference. Tri-City Treasures Thrift Store and the Highway Church of God is hosting a free back-to-school clothing event on Monday, Labor Day. It's going to happen from 10 to 3 p.m. at 2715 West 7th Avenue off of US 395. There will be gently used clothes for free, along with some school supplies, toiletries, and shoes. The Highway Church's women's ministry have been meeting this week to fold the clothes and help them get ready for the giveaway. Church officials say it is open to all.
Anybody that can come, anybody that is in need of clothes or back to school supplies, everything's so expensive right now, so any way we can help that way to reach out and take that burden off people.
Now, the Tri-City Treasures thrift store in Kennewick donated most of the clothes, along with many people who reached out who had clothes to drop off. Again, it's happening this Monday, 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. at the Highway Church in Kennewick. Apple Valley News Now live at 5 is just getting started. Coming up, an event will happen tonight in Richland. It's discussing a Washington initiative. 2117. We'll tell you more. Plus, get ready for spice. We're getting closer to Pasco's Fiery Foods Festival. And Stacy is monitoring that heat advisory, her full first alert forecast when we come back.
Farming at any scale is often about using what you have at hand to get the job done. Life definitely gets a little easier and more enjoyable when you have the right tools. It's important to me to be a good and reliable farmer, and that means taking care of the environment too. I want to see the Valley continue to thrive and provide food long into the future. I just love what I do, and I wake up every day thankful to provide healthy, local food to my community.
Stop by today and feel the power of Pingree.
The White Card, a powerful resource for former Hanford and DOE employees. If you worked in the area and have come down with cancer, lung disease, Parkinson's, or renal failure, you may be eligible for financial compensation and healthcare services. A simple phone call can get the process started. Atomic Home Health. Don't wait. Call today.
Wild Horse Resort and Casino is teeing up for the Epson Tour Road to the LPGA Tournament with an exciting round of the $100,000 Go for the Green giveaway. Win up to $5,000 in cash and prizes every Friday, Saturday, and Sunday in August. Play with your club wild card to earn entries every day. Then multiply them up to 10 times on Mondays. Then Saturday, September 7th, 3 lucky players will putt to win up to $10,000 cash. Wild Horse Resort and Casino, Pendleton.
Okay, guys, we're all here because US Cellular has an incredible deal. Right now, you can get 4 lines for just $90.
Sorry, just double checking. Is it really that good of a deal?
Yeah. It's a huge deal. You also get 4 free phones of your choice.
4 free phones! Wow, I just triple checked and that's awesome.
So go get that deal. Or at least help me clip. Do you check the expiration dates?
Oh, I can do that.
Great.
Get 4 free phones of your choice with no trade-in needed, plus 4 lines for $90.
When choosing a pediatrician, try to meet with the team first and find out if they'll listen to concerns you may have. There's more information at applevalleynewsnow.com.
Sponsored locally by Prosser Memorial Health. Learn more at prosserhealth.org. This is how we care.
It's time to get moving with a new car from Overturf Kia. The new 2024 Kia Niro gives you 3 great ways to save fuel. Available with a fuel-efficient gas-electric hybrid, a plug-in hybrid, or as a full electric vehicle. A new 2024 Kia Niro LX gas-electric hybrid starts at just $28,980. Plus, get 4.49% interest for up to 72 months. Overturf Kia at the base of the Blue Bridge in Kennewick.
Apple Valley News Now, the official television home of the Seattle Kraken.
Welcome back. Here's a talker around the world. An Australian scientist named Vincent Lin claims that he knows where the missing Malaysian Airlines flight is. The disappearance of MH370 in 2014 started the largest search in aviation history. But the whereabouts of the massive plane with 239 people on board was never located. Now, the Australian scientist claims to have found the perfect hiding place for the missing plane. In a post on LinkedIn, Lin said he thinks that MH370 is located where the longitude of Penang Airport intersects with a flight path from the pilot in command's home simulator. Now, he also claims that the track was previously dismissed as irrelevant by the FBI. We'll keep you posted. The local chapter of the League of Women Voters is hosting a meeting tonight at the Richland Public Library about a climate initiative that would be coming up on the November ballot. Specifically, it's Initiative 2117. It aims to completely repeal the Climate Commitment Act that was passed in 2021. A lot of organizations have signed on to support this, including the League of Women Voters. So they have invited Doug Ray, a senior research fellow at PNNL and chairman of a nonprofit called Carbon Washington, to learn more. Here is what he's going to cover.
A very brief overview of the Climate Commitment Act, which is our state's probably the single most impactful climate action move that the state is making. And we'll talk a little bit about that, why that's good, which I think it's on balance good. Nothing's ever perfect, but it's on balance very, very good. Then we'll talk a little bit about what the initiative would do if it were to pass, which is just make it all go away. The existence of this program meant that the state could use these funds to improve transit for all of us. But it also meant that they didn't have to use other funds to do that, and that allowed them to put in place the Working Families Tax Credit. And so there are some things that are really being done nicely through this program, and I hope it stays and we can continue to do these things going forward.
And he also told Apple Valley News Now the big negative with the Climate Commitment Act is that it is costing the big industrial businesses getting passed on to the consumer. That cost is being passed on to the consumer, which is mostly noticeable in gas prices. He will be speaking at the Richland Library tonight. It starts at 6 p.m., so you still have time to check it out. And he's hoping to bring more clarity to Initiative 2117 and what it would mean for our communities. Turning to some fun stories in Pasco, a local small business that started off in Grandview has now made one of its new ways to the Tri-Cities. It's coming. Javis Chicken and Churros, aside from its Grandview and Sunnyside location, now has a new home in Pasco. Apple Valley News Now spoke with the owner, Francisco Javier Gonzalez, and he says that the Tri-Cities was always a goal for him to have his restaurant in.
I think just the passion of, like, you know, this, I feel like this this brand, you know, the Javi's Chicken and Churros brand, is starting to kind of, like, you know, take off, and I know in the end it's going to pay off. You know, I mean, I have 3 little kids too that, you know, I want them to have like a good work ethic.
And I meant to say Javi's Chicken and Churros. Coming up later tonight at 6, find out how Gonzalez's new Pasco location isn't the only new thing he's working on with the restaurant. Plus, we'll tell you when the Pasco location is set to open. Again, that's coming up tonight at 6 on Apple Valley News Now. And the City of Pasco's annual Fiery Food event, it's just around the corner. Pasco officials say they want to make the event even bigger this year, so they will be adding in a new challenge. That challenge, a taco eating contest to see who can eat the most tacos in 5 minutes. Registrations will open next week. Tonight, the city tells Apple Valley News Now that spots are limited and you have to be at least 18 years old to participate.
We are taking 8 registrants. What we're going to do is we're going to create a list of however many people sign up, and then we will randomly select 8 people to do the contest.
Also new this year, a beer garden, and the City of Pasco will be selling festival swag to help fund next year's event. And at 12:45 on Saturday the 14th is the VIP Pepper Eating Contest. Our Riley Fitzgerald and Monique Ledesma are partaking in that.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Stacy Lee.
And we'll start with a live look outside. Dust Devil Sky Cam in Pasco. Beautiful day, blue skies, just nice and clear, not even a cloud outside. 84 degrees, our humidity at 34%. Winds are light at 7. Sunset tonight at 7:40. If you're heading out to that Walla Walla Fair this evening, it's going to be nice. It'll start off in the 80s, and you'll see those temperatures start to drop down in the 70s and 60s. By the time that demo derby is underway. Clear and mild with light winds through the area tonight. Most of us in the 50s. We see a cooler 49 in Connell, 51, 52 Tri-Cities area, 54 Walla Walla, as well as Yakima, 50 overnight in Sunnyside. Weather pattern, we continue to see that cool air. That's what's been swooping down from Canada. But the weather pattern is about to change. That jet stream moves down to the south and comes right over the top of us. And as you can see, it brings up the warmer air into our region. region. Ridge of high pressure will continue to build into Saturday. Saturday and Sunday are 2 hottest days of the weekend, and then we'll have some unsettled weather moving into next week. For tomorrow, sunny, seasonal, light winds through the region, and we're looking at the low 90s, 90 or low 90s all through the area, although the Dalles could climb all the way up to 96 degrees tomorrow. Here's your temperature graph as you get into your day tomorrow. Look for temperatures early in the 50s and quickly up to the 60s by 9. You'll see those 80s and 90s by 3 and 4 o'clock tomorrow afternoon. Yakima, similar, a little bit chilly there to start off. You'll be 72 by 10, and then those 80s for most of the day, getting close to 90 degrees in the evening. Time now for our golf forecast. If you're planning on playing a little golf this holiday weekend, should be beautiful for you all weekend long, although Saturday and Sunday, those hot days, you may want to do an early tee time, but golf-wise, looking pretty good out there on those golf courses. If you're heading on the road this weekend, it's going to be pretty warm, pleasant, 60s and 70s on the coast. Plan for traffic delays on those major highways, especially Friday and on Monday on your way back, and obey those burn bans if you plan on camping. If you're heading to the west side, look at this. Temperatures are going to be in the upper 70s and 80 degrees. Absolutely gorgeous for the Seattle area. Heading into the Portland area, a little bit warmer there. Look at this. We're going to see temperatures on Saturday all the way up to 96, 89 on Sunday. And if you're heading to the Spokane area or to that region, it's going to be a hot one this weekend as well, with temperatures staying in the 90s. The hottest day Sunday, overnight lows down in the 50s. Let's take a look at the 7-day planning forecast. Above average temperatures into the weekend. Labor Day Monday, 93. Look at September 1st hits on Sunday. Yakima looking good. We stay in the 90s right on through the week, all the way into next week, with a very slight chance of some showers. That's when we're going to see a little disturbance move through the area, where we potentially could pick up a shower or two in Yakima or Trace City. September 1st, 96 in Ellensburg. Labor Day down to 91. A little bit cloudy there. Looking good in Walla Walla. Going to be nice and hot this weekend. Again, if you're golfing, get the early tee time. 92 with a very slight chance of a stray shower Monday and Tuesday. Again, that's when we'll see a little disturbance coming through with cooler temperatures. And then Hermiston is looking good, very hot on Sunday. Again, there is heat advisories in place for the weekend with those temperatures hot, but moderate health risks. So if you're sensitive to the heat, stay indoors, but enjoy squeeze out these last little few minutes of summer.
Yeah, and it cools back down. So.
Well, and it's going to be over with, and when about 3 months from now, when you all are complaining about how cold it is.
I was just thinking about that. That's for sure. All right. Thanks, Stacey. Coming up next on your Apple Valley News Now at 5. Tonight's Spotlight takes us to Pendleton, where a popular park has been revamped. Stay tuned for that. It's next.
Smoke City for Less. We are open 7 days a week with now 5 locations.
At Mattress Depot USA, we believe everyone is entitled to a good night's sleep regardless of their credit situation. That's why we're approving everyone for up to $1,200 towards the purchase of a new mattress with no credit needed. You spend a third of your life in bed, and a comfortable mattress is essential for providing quality of life. $3,000 credit, 100-day savings cash with no credit needed. Only at Mattress Depot USA.
Low prices every day. Mattress Depot USA.
If you think Dee Dee stays home all day eating bonbons, then you'd be wrong, because that's not how Dee Dee rolls. You see, Dee Dee lives within winning distance of Legends Casino Hotel. Yep, that's how Dee Dee likes to roll. Get out of the house, go have some fun, play to win. And why not stay the night? Legends Casino Hotel, because you're within winning distance, and fun is how we roll.
Loving a pizza, Tony's Big Cheese Pizza. Loving a pizza, I've been loving a pizza. Tony's Big Cheese Pizza. And Yakima's Hotel.
How about a pizza from Tony's Big Cheese for dinner tonight?
And with some amazing cheese bread.
And yummy chicken wings. I want salad.
When you want lunch or dinner the delicious, easy way, come to Yakima's Hometown Pizzeria.
We can't wait to see you at Tony's Big Cheese Pizza in the Safeway Plaza at 24th and Nob Hill.
You love the internet. But do you love your internet? Is your bundle a bundle of joy? Do you celebrate your contract's anniversary? No? you should meet Ziply Fiber. High-speed fiber optic internet means more freedom, more reliability, more speed on all your family's devices, all at the same time. Happily ever faster. Ziply Fiber. Call 1-888-GO-ZIPLY or visit ziplyfiber.com/GoZiply. Plans as low as $10 a month.
Power your adventures with the all-electric 2024 Subaru Solterra. It comes with legendary Subaru symmetrical all-wheel drive, standard, plus a rugged 8.3 inches of ground clearance. Everything about the Subaru Solterra is advanced, including the technology keeping you and your passengers safe. Love is now electric.
Find your way home in a new Subaru Solterra from McCurley Subaru during the Subaru A Lot to Love event.
Coming up tomorrow on Good Morning Northwest, it's Labor Day weekend. We'll have what you need to know if you plan on traveling this weekend. And Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbert will have the weekend weather forecast. All of that will be right here Friday morning from 5 to 7.
All right, our spotlight tonight comes from Northeast Oregon. Thanks to the Pendleton VFW Post 922 and a $20,000 grant from the Pendleton Foundation Trust, new fencing went up this month around the grills at Stillman Park. The annual cowboy breakfast during Roundup is generally there, but the city says anyone can actually rent the shelter during the rest of the year. And a quick reminder, if you have a spotlight story idea, send me an email, areed@applevalley.newsnow.com, or give us a call at that number on your screen. Stacy has a final look at weather next.
An awesome water skiing adventure. Fly the Northwest, Tuesday at 6.
It only happens once a year. Steve Hun Kia's summer clearance sale. So don't get stuck in the slush. Bring any trade, even if you owe thousands more than it's worth. Can take advantage of Steve Hun all-wheel drive sale. All with 0 down, 0 payments for 90 days. Steve Hun Kia.com.
Say less, get more. Buy one, get one for $1. Choose from Bacon McDouble, McChicken, McDouble, or Hot and Spicy McChicken. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Swing into Fred's Appliance today for our Labor Day Super Sale and discover unbeatable deals and save quality time to spend with your family. Upgrade your kitchen with the sleek and spacious LG refrigerator for just $18.99 after a $100 mail-in rebate. With its innovative cooling technology and generous storage capacity, keep your food fresher for longer while enjoying the modern design that complements any kitchen decor. At Fred's, we sell appliances.
Only appliances. Drink 1 to 5 to 7, 9, 10.
The biggest mattress event of the year is on now at More Furniture. Right now, it's the perfect opportunity to get that Tempur-Pedic you've been eyeing. We'll make it easy. During our Labor Day event, get 72 months interest-free financing with 72 equal monthly payments, absolutely no interest and no money down. And we'll provide white glove delivery and removal of your old mattress absolutely free. Visit your local showroom or shop all Labor Day specials online at morefurniture.com.
Are you ready for the Central Washington State Fair? Come harvest the fun at the Central Washington State Fair, September 20th through the 29th. Get your tickets now at fairfun.com.
Hash browns are the French fries of breakfast.
Who says it's not French fries that are the hash browns of lunch and dinner?
That's also true.
BOGO for $1. Choose from a sausage McMuffin, burrito, McGriddles, biscuit, or hash browns. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
It only happens once a year. Steve Hun Kia's summer clearance sale. So don't get stuck in the slush. Bring any trade, even if you owe thousands more than it's worth. Can take advantage of Steve Hun all-wheel drive sale. All with 0 down, 0 payments for 90 days. Steve Hun Kia.com.
Thank you for making Apple Valley News Now's Good Morning Northwest the most watched local morning news program in our area. What's new, what's now, and what's next, plus first alert weather every 10 minutes. Wake up with Good Morning Northwest from Apple Valley News Now, on your side.
Don't give a rat's behind. That's baloney.
A new era begins.
And I'm just getting started.
Judy Justice.
See the premiere of Judy Justice, Monday, September 9th at 3, followed by news and Monday Night Football. Only on Apple Valley News Now.
All right, final weather time.
That's right, and viewer photo. Now, you guys are going to love this. This is an action shot. Take a close look. That is, I believe, an osprey. And that's a fish. it caught a fish, a big fish, and it's sitting up there. Raphael, I don't know how you get these photos, but good job. If you'd like to have your weather photo on air, QR code right side of your screen or go to applevalley.newsnow.com. Click on the weather tab. All right, let's take a look at our day tomorrow. A little warmer for our morning kids at the bus, 80s, and then we'll see those 90s return. Here's that 7-day planning forecast. Looking good. Going to be a hot weekend. Heat advisory in place. Here's what it looks like for Walla Walla and Hermiston. So yeah, a little hot, little last dash of hot for the weekend.
Speaking of animals, those sea lions last night, amazing.
They were fun.
Have a great night, everybody. We will be back at 6 with more local news.
Have a good night.